Hello, everybody. This is Sue Holland with Sue Holland Realty, and I am here with Theresa and Hannah Ellis.
Hey.
And we just want to kick off 2024 with, again, saying thank you for a very successful 2023. We hope that you've had a wonderful time, a holiday, however you may celebrate it. And so we appreciate the customers, the mortgage lenders, the other agents. Again, thank you so much.
And attorneys.
Yes, let's not forget the attorneys.
No.
Yes. So we have a lot of new things going on, and but we'll just start off with some real estate information. I'm actually hopefully going to get an offer on this soon, but I don't have it yet, so I do want to throw it back out there. But you know what? Before I forget that, look, we have a sign. I did want to mention that. And if I don't do it now, I know y'all laugh at me because
no, I know.
You'll get there. You'll be my age one of these days, and you're going to be talking, and you go, wait a minute. So look, that's our sign. So here's your sign. So look, do this. Comment if you like this. If we need to maybe redo it and go long ways, because we can do 21 inches. What'd Robert say? 21 by 54.
Yes.
We can do that. We can change it. So give us some comments on that, please, because this is just hanging up there by tape, and it may even fall. If it does, we're not going to stop. We're just going to keep right on going because that's what we do.
This is a test run.
Yeah. We're missing a few tonight, but hey, they are out still showing property, and that's how we roll in this business. So anyway, but Theresa, we'll start with you. Do you have any listings that you want to share with us?
I do. I've got a new listing. It's 7451 Scenic Highway on Nakalula Mountain, out down Tabor Road, and it's listed at $159. It has 2 RVs on it that will go along with it. One of them is a 22 model, and the other one is a little older, but it's been remodeled, so needs a little bit of work. But it's got 10.5 acres with it. You can put a mobile home. You can build on it. It already has a septic tank installed for a 3-bedroom home, and or you can just whatever you want to do with it. Just
okay. It's
recreational. There's trails out there. You can take your ATVs out. You could just do it for a weekend thing, and it's already got the camper on it.
Maybe like to hike and all of that.
Yes, hiking. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of land. So let me know if you want to go look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Hannah, do you have anything that you want to share with us?
I just have that 1126 Sutton Bridge Road. It's a commercial property for $225 in Rainbow City. Still looking for a buyer for that. The house is grandfathered on the property, but I've got some other things on the works, so hopefully by next week I'll have some more.
I know. We go through this whole career in this real estate. It's hope.
Yes.
So, but anyway, and this one that I have listed in Cedar Bluff, look, we just reduced the price to $315. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo in the subdivision there of Dykes Bridge Road. The condo looks out to Weiss Lake. Perfect view. It's on the end, very private. She's maybe 15 feet from the pool. It's really nice. You go up underneath the end staircase there, so you have like a little overhead to keep you from getting wet if you're carrying in groceries. It's on the bottom floor, which is nice, especially if you're hunting like my age. You want bottom floor, one level. But we are looking for a qualified buyer, and that's something that Hannah's going to talk about is qualified versus pre-approved, I guess. So, but anyway, that's just something we wanted to share with you guys. We've got some great listings, and it's after the first of the year. So if you are out there and you want to put your home on the market, we will be glad to come by and bring you a free market analysis. And you want to base it, of course, on what the market is doing. But we'll be glad to do that. Absolutely no obligation. That's what we do. Be glad to help you out. But Hannah, you want to?
Yeah. So I got a question this week why do I need to get pre-approved before I can look at a house? So I wanted to kind of talk about pre-qualification and pre-approval, kind of what the difference is and why we need to see that. It says that a pre-qualification is usually a much shorter process that requires you to honestly report your own financial information, whereas a mortgage pre-approval typically requires you to submit more documentation like W-2s to verify your financials, making it a lengthier process. So really, when you put in an offer, you want to have that pre-approval. So to not waste our time, to not waste your time, we want you to get one of these letters so we can know how much you can afford. And then one question that's so important that you need to ask your lender: what is my monthly payment going to be?
Yeah.
Because just because you get qualified for so much, that doesn't mean you can still afford that payment. So make sure you know what you're doing before you get involved in it, for sure. And so this will help you to know your price range. Also, when you put in an offer, it helps the sellers to know, hey, I'm serious. I want this home. If you don't have that letter, or even if you're paying cash, you have to have that proof of funds. How do they know that you can afford this home? So it just saves a lot of time up front, because these are going to be things that are needed anyways, especially if you put in an offer. Saves all of us time, and it helps us to know too that you're a serious buyer. And so it is very important.
Yeah, I know, and I'm sure you guys get this when we do listings. Yeah, the seller, it's like you said, they want serious buyers to come and look at their home. These are folks who are leaving their house, especially during the winter, or maybe it's an elderly person, but they're willing to leave to have you give you complete privacy while you look at their home. So it goes back to what you were just talking about. Make sure that you're qualified, because keep in mind, they have their house on the market and they are adjusting their life so you can come and view their home. And of course, make sure that you find out, because a lot of times you may, I always say, if you've got kids and you're trying to do all these other things, and you get in the situation and you're like, oh, this is my house payment.
Yeah, exactly.
And so little Johnny may not get to play football, because guess what? You got a house payment.
Yes. And I have seen that, where they got approved for so much, and then whenever we put an offer on the home, they figured out how much their payment was going to be, and they're like, no, I can't afford that.
Right.
So it does.
Taxes,
it saves us all
insurance,
time.
all the things that go along with it.
Yeah. And what's nice too is if you get a pre-approval letter, it lasts on an average of 45 days. So once you get that letter, it's good. So let's say they don't accept that offer, you still have your letter to keep looking, and you're ready to go when you're ready to put in another offer.
And for me, I've found that if they have a pre-approval, that we know exactly what price range to look. Because if you're looking above or below, it may be below. Maybe you think that you can only look in a certain price range, but it comes back, you figure up the taxes, insurance, and payment, and you go, hey, we can look at something else.
Yeah,
so
I've seen that too.
it gives us a place to start looking too.
Absolutely.
And keep in mind, when you do get pre-approved, do not change your financial status. A lot of people do that. They're like, oh, I'm pre-approved, I can go buy a boat now. No, you can't. You didn't have that payment, so now it's going to disrupt your income to debt ratio.
Yes.
Right.
So don't even pay off a credit card without calling that lender who pre-approved you, because a lot of times a lender may tell you, no, do not pay it off. Keep making the payments. They have your financial report. We do not. That's confidential information. But that's something that I plead with you. Don't change your financial status until you speak with your lender.
Yeah. And today I actually had a closing at Waldrop Law Firm, and he was telling us an example of somebody that just put $75 on a Walmart credit card, and that broke the deal. So it was $75.
See, so they were at the very tip of their income to debt ratio for that to happen anyway.
Yeah.
And see, we're not going to know that. So if you were to ask us, I'm going to refer you to your lender.
Right.
So anyway. Well, so having all that information, now you can call us.
Yeah.
And
We can help you walk.
That's right. We're going to go sell you a house, get you pre-approved or pre-qualified. And if you need to sell your home, call us. That's what we do. But speaking of home sales, this was interesting. Hannah and I were on a computer earlier, and I printed you off a copy, by the way. I thought this was good, and I like to use the MLS, the Huntsville. It's all of Southeast and so these statistics compare certain areas to the entire MLS. For example, the entire MLS, the average home sale for 2023 was $318,536, which I thought was fantastic given the interest rates shot up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
What'd you think?
That's that's
Okay, check this out. Southside.
interesting.
Southside came in at $300,783, 9.6% above the MLS. Gadsden, look at this, 193,231. That's good because Gadsden is a big area, and the demographics change significantly in that 35901 zip code. So that I still thought that was good. 193. Etowah came in below the MLS average, a negative 10.5. They came in at 142. Glencoe.
Yeah.
Cool. This was surprising.
Yeah.
This was real good.
Yeah.
250,979,000. 26.8% above the average MLS home value. Rainbow City, another good one, 275,000. Let's see, we've got what? Southside first, and then what? Rainbow City, then Glencoe. Am I looking at that right?
Yep.
So because we get asked all the time, what's a good resale area? Because this is the best investment you'll ever make is your home. And you do want to look at, okay, if I buy here, take care of it. If the roof needs redoing, do it, maintenance. And if you do that and the market continues to thrive in that area, then that's a resellable area. That's what you're looking for. You want to get your money and then some when you go to sell it.
Absolutely.
That's the name of the game. It's an investment. I don't know if there's any such thing as a forever home. I don't know. I hear that. I mean, I have buyers tell me that, but hey, I've sold them 2 and 3 homes, and I'm to a point now. I actually have one customer. I think I have showed her and sold her enough homes till I'm looking at, if she's watching this, she'll know who I'm talking about. Her son, when we look at houses, I go, oh, I showed your mom that house. I showed your mom that house. She bought that. Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, it's pretty popular. But so anyway, that's our take on real estate this week. What you got going on as far as just some?
Oh, around town,
Yeah,
things
around
to do
town.
in
I love to hear
Gadsden
this. I
and
love to hear
surrounding
around town.
areas. Okay. There's a lot. I was surprised because after Christmas, I didn't know if we would still have as much as we did at Christmas. But the first thing I found was the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Northeast Alabama. They're having a Mardi Gras party Saturday, February the 3rd that starts at 6 o'clock, and it's going to be at 210 at the tracks. So if you want to look under Big Brothers, Big Sisters, it'll give you all the details, and as it gets closer, I'll mention that as well. Also, there's going to be on the same day, February 3rd, the 16th annual chili cook-off.
Oh, I love that.
So
Oh yeah.
if you have a
That's
good
on-
recipe,
where's that?
yes, it's going to be downtown Gadsden, and it's from
Sounds
12 to 2.
I should.
Do you make a good chili?
I mean, I think I make a pretty good chili.
I'm gonna go to Wendy's and buy some.
No, right?
They do have good
Put my
chili.
name.
Now my
I
husband,
love their chili.
my husband makes really good chili. So when they at church, they'll say, super chili day, and they'll ask him to bring his.
That's awesome.
I taught him how to make it.
You did good.
I know, but then he took off in a different direction, and I guess his is better than mine now. But it's the 16th annual 12 to 2 downtown.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Hannah, you should enter that.
Yeah, I need to
Work on
That'll
it
be
till we get it good.
fun.
Another thing I thought was interesting. Have y'all been to Bama Bucks?
I have not. My husband's been in
Wild
some other
Game
people, but-
Restaurant. I haven't
Yeah,
either. But
I wanna
listen,
go.
they've got an event coming up, and it's going to be Sasquatch is going to make an appearance.
Oh,
at
goodness.
the restaurant.
That'll be fun for kids.
Where is it?
It's on Sand Mountain, and let's see where it says.
It's Sardis, yeah,
that's
behind
right.
Boaz.
That's right. And it's all day. It's going to be all day. So as it gets closer, I'll be announcing that as well. It's February 2nd at 8 a.m. And all day long, they're going to have little activities for the kids, and you get to meet Sasquatch. Well, finally we found him. And it would,
I know, right?
it would have been in Sardis, right? Come on. You know. And there's going to be Starbucks, a food bar, sushi bar. I don't know. Walk up pharmacy.
Is that at the Food City?
No.
Ooh,
Oh,
Food
that is Food City. I scrolled ahead. I meant to
When's that
announce that January
Yeah.
24th.
They're opening finally.
Yeah, see, this is sad. I'm actually excited about
know,
a grocery
right?
store opening. What's that tell you about my life?
It's
No, I am
we're
too,
getting
Sue.
excited over a grocery.
Anything new is great.
We're going to do a field trip to the grocery store.
And it's going to be from 7 to 11. 245 new jobs.
That's incredible.
That is so neat. And then Starbucks and all that.
So is
I
the
got
chamber
that.
doing the ribbon cutting?
Yes,
that-
yes, it's Etowah Chamber, and it's
Oh, is that
from
where you're reading it from?
yeah
Oh, my bad.
January 24th, and so yeah, we're going to be telling you more details about that as it gets
Yeah.
closer.
Fine.
One thing that I'm kind of involved with is on January the 13th, the Theater of Gadsden is going to be, you've heard of the Tonys for the
Yes.
plays and the Oscars and all
Yes.
that. Well, the Theater of Gadsden has a Toggle Awards, TOG, Toggle.
Yeah.
And so that will be January 13th at 7 o'clock. And make your plans to be there. The tickets now until January 10th are $10. And they're going to have entertainment, the awards, and DJ, dancing, all that stuff. So if you saw any shows this year and you want to come root for the shows and see who wins, the best actress and actor and lighting and all that. So
Are you getting an Oscar?
I'm not getting an Oscar or a Toggle. I have gotten one before.
That's great.
Actually, I got a couple.
So did you stand up there and say, I just want to thank?
I did. It was so corny. It was so dumb. But no,
Oh,
guys, it was really.
Jesus, you're very talented.
Well, I wasn't
And you can
expecting
sing,
it.
too.
Well, the first one I got was for volunteer, so that didn't count. But I did a lot of set painting and things like that, and I was in the shows. But then so yeah, and then for Ring of Fire, I was in that ensemble. But I will be in the ensemble on that night on January 13th. We're gonna do a couple singing and dancing. No, I don't dance, but I move. So
She dances.
I do not dance, but
Yes,
I
you
move.
do. What do you call it? Shake a
I would
leg?
not call it
Shake a leg.
dancing, but I love to sing. So y'all come out if you are interested in the theater and supporting that. That's a good fundraiser.
Okay, you can do that.
One thing I did want to say, Sue, though, is if anyone has an announcement they want us that's involving the community, just comment below this podcast, and I might call you, or you could call me, 256-490-1406, and I'll mention you on our podcast. So
Yeah, that's a good
I mean,
idea.
I don't know
Yeah,
everything
'cause
that's
we
going
can,
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely, plug you? Is that what it's called? Plug you?
Yeah. So just comment, like, subscribe. And also, I didn't mention the last time is there's a little bell when you see the podcast. And if you'll click on the bell, every time our new podcast comes up, it'll notify you
Oh, great.
that it's available. So click on the little bell and then like, share, subscribe,
Yes.
comment.
Yeah, okay. Good. Well, thank you. Well, Hannah, what you got?
Well, I did have my first closing for 2024 today.
Congratulations.
It was for family, so it was just,
Oh,
it really
that's-
warmed my heart.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Their first time home buyer, so it was a really
wow.
good day.
Yeah,
Started off the year good, so I'm looking forward to working with all my new clients this year. So call me, 256-393-8533.
She's going to do 200 more.
Yep.
Carrie had her first closing
did.
today.
She did. We ran into each other
At the,
at the law firm. Yeah. She walked in and I was like, oh, yeah, you have a closing today. And just so happened to be the same attorney.
and she's out showing again.
Yes.
I mean,
She
so
stays so
she's not
busy.
waiting.
Oh, yeah, I think, Hannah, I mean, not Hannah, Amber had some
Yes,
showings
she did.
too. So anyway,
Yep.
but that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And so you want to tell them about Matt?
Yes. So next week we're going to have a visitor, Matt Ellis with Rainbow International. They do restoration work, so they deal with mold, fire, and water. But he's going to specifically be discussing mold, how to prevent mold from coming into your home, even things to look for, like when you're looking at a home to make sure if it has mold, and then what do you do if there is mold in your home? How do you fix that? So he's just going to educate us on what we need to do.
Yeah, because you're right. When you're out showing houses, sometimes I can walk in a home, especially a basement,
Yeah.
and it's like I can smell it.
Yes, that was me last
I was
week
like,
at a
and
house.
and it gets me.
And it can be a deal breaker for the sellers when people walk in your home and it's got a moist smell or wet
And
smell.
it's a health issue.
And people that do have health issues always mention that. They always say no. So if he could help us.
Yes.
It is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And-
So this will be some very good free information.
Yes.
For you guys out there who whether you're wanting to sell your home or not, it's free information to help you maintain it. So that way, if you ever do decide to sell it, you don't have that issue because it's like she was saying, people are going to notice it. And
They
you don't
do.
get to have
And
that
also, he was going to discuss if you do have an emergency in your home, like if you have flooding, if one of your pipes burst, or right now with it being cold, if it bursts, or fire damage, they have an emergency number that you can call 24/7. So he can give you the information on that too.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, anything else, guys, that we
think
need
so.
to share? So I'm excited about having Matt on next
Yeah,
week. 'Cause
that'd be great.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's please, when you watch this, comment below. Let us hear back from you. Certainly, if you have any questions, type in your question, or you can text us. Mine's 256-312-1799. Hannah?
256-393-8533.
256-490-1406.
Yeah. So please feel free to text us, call us, or you can go to the comments and put something there if you like. So we would love to hear back from you. We are having a great time doing this, and I hope that you find the information that we're putting out there valuable. We're just learning, and we're going to get better and better, but it's all part of it. So
And the sign didn't fall.
I know. Look at that. We taped it extra good.
yeah, that great tape. I tell you, I fixed a lot of things with that.
It's great.
So, okay. So what is it you need to tell them?
What I've already told them?
Right.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe.
And click the bell.
And click that bell.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Next week.